Bones are amazing things. They hold us up, they support us, they make us strong. But bones have other uses. In the past, bones were thrown by diviners, seeking out the mysteries of the future. Now the bones are cubes, made of plastic or resin, but they still reveal things to us. As they fall from our fingers and rattle across the table, the story becomes clear. Welcome to Bone Throwers Theater, an RPG actual play podcast.
Hello, and welcome back to Bone Throwers Theater. My name is Jeremy, and I am playing Julian, I've got beef Illix, and also Hulk, I'll tenderize it bear.
I thought you were going to say, where's the beef bear? This is Johnny, and I'm playing Chime North.
This is Ellie playing Archie.
This is Aaron playing Sam Feluge.
This is Jeff playing Jerr. What is going on, Lan?
This is Jordan, the GM.
You spent 2 of them.
We've been spending the fate points like candy. Yeah. I'm going to move the box full of them away from Aaron because I'm afraid he's on the hunt now. So, previously, you all went and accomplished the mission. The mission was kill Crom Delby.
That was...
Katari said kill.
Rescue.
It was rescued.
Fix.
If it was an option.
Fix Crom Delby.
Yeah.
Take care of Crom Delby.
Yes, and Crom Delby was successfully taken care of.
Uh-huh.
And then things kind of went a little sideways.
Or did they?
Yes. We found our way out of it.
Things kind of...
And upways.
And downways.
Everways. So much unexpected.
I don't know. We learned the council members are not as...
Invincible?
Yeah, we got this.
We learned that they are actual people beyond just the...
Fear in people's minds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a thought I had at one point in the game. It's like, oh, what if the council is just an empty room?
See, I really wish that
Which would have been awesome.
Julian had been there when the sun went down into the ground, because Julian's the investigator. He would have made connections that...
Or would have tried to communicate with it.
Yeah.
You know?
All you hear is this booming voice in your mind. Hurricane!
So, because...
You just go
fine, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Right. So Julian was leading the way away from the Black House. How are you going to get out of the military base?
Same way we got in.
Same way we got in.
Sewers?
Yep.
I should not make a setting with such an extensive sewage system.
It's a city.
We would use the sewer access that was right there to get to the underground passageways that are actually not the sewer, which we established before.
The maintenance tunnels.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the way to their destination, Julian has a question that he's going to approach Sam to ask.
Okay.
First, starting with Sam. So imagine they're walking their way through. He's leading the way where he wants to take them, and he kind of motions and says, "Hey, Sam, come up to the front for a second."
Okay. Sam walks towards the front. As Sam passes Bear, kind of reaches out and pats him on the head.
Have we gotten any food yet?
Soon. We'll have food soon.
Soon was like an hour ago.
We just left the base like 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, soon was an hour ago.
Just a little bit longer. We're getting there. And then walks up to Julian.
And Julian says, "All right, Sam, I need to know some information. First, asking you this because you seem to be very, very buddy-buddy, tight, chummy with your elemental, more so than other proxies I've come across."
Yeah, Shade and I, we got each other's backs.
Or at least Jeff again. Jeff has Shade.
Sometimes I have his back. I mean, I've got your back, buddy.
Julian's going to say, well, I mean, at least that you're aware of. I would say it seems like you've got that confidence in Shade.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't be able to do so many fun things without him.
Can you hear Shade right now? Okay.
No.
Yeah, he's not doing his special magic thingy.
Not yet. He's like, does Shade ever tell you that he talks to other elementals?
I can't say he's ever mentioned it, but we've never really talked about other elementals. I mean, it's him and I, and we kind of do our thing, and we don't really worry about the rest.
But Shade is aware of other elementals and will interact with other elementals.
He does?
Yeah.
Huh. Tell me more.
Like, for instance, and he says, where we met, the military base, I can kind of get a pretty good idea that the only reason you ended up in the building is because Shade wanted you to go in and help out whatever other elemental was in there.
Shade wanted me to go in and help have fun.
It was fun.
It was fun.
Well, you nearly almost got me and Jerr killed.
Didn't you have fun?
No. I wouldn't call being inside a burning building trying to save people's lives fun.
Would you rather not try to save their lives?
No, that's not the point.
Oh, okay.
I would.
So,
But my question...
it's okay, so your fun is different than mine. Okay.
Do elementals communicate with each other?
I don't know.
Well, I know you can talk to Shade now. Let's find that out.
Okay.
And while this is going on, I want to watch and see how the visual of Shade is fluctuating, or how is it
During the conversation?
during the in-head conversation.
Good. Shade, do you talk to other elementals very often?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So, you mean you don't know what other elementals are, or you don't know what I'm asking? Do you talk to other elementals?
I only talk to things that help me have fun. That's what I'm here for, is to have fun.
So
You and I do a lot of fun things together.
we do a lot of fun things. So specifically, when another elemental can help us have fun, that's when you talk to others.
I'm having fun.
Okay. Yeah, and then I tell Julian. Shade says that when it's a fun experience, he will talk with other elementals.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
Number one, don't you find that a little concerning that your elemental can talk to other elementals unbeknownst to you and sort of manipulate, pull strings in ways that you have no idea?
No more than Shade probably finds it unnerving that I'm talking to you, pulling strings and manipulating situations.
I've got no strings on me.
I'm talking about the strings that you're pulling.
I'm not pulling the strings. I'm pointing out the strings that are already unraveling.
Then stay out of mine and my elemental's relationship.
Oh, this is not about your specific relationship. This is about elementals in general.
Fair enough. Did that satisfy your curiosity?
And gave me some answers to some questions, but I don't know if you can call the revelation I received satisfying. There's some issues.
Revelations very rarely are satisfying.
Second,
Yeah.
you and Guitari go way back.
Yeah, we served together. We got into some really nasty business in Marlene. She saved my life. Twice.
So you trust her?
Trust isn't necessarily the right word.
You never really trust someone in my line of work. You can depend on them, but trust is a stretch.
But you can trust me.
Of course I can trust you, Shade. We're the only people we can trust.
That's right.
What happened with Katari?
What hasn't happened with Guitari?
Yeah, she's kind of been evasive.
Mm-hmm. That's putting it lightly.
Do you have a plan for her? Do you need help with her?
No,
Okay. Let me know if you need anything.
I doubt we'll come to that.
Okay. Any other questions?
No, that's all I have for now.
So I have one for you.
Okay.
So what happened back there? We got separated. What did you and Jerr run into? In the
Totally
place?
sidetracked. I do have another question for you. More particularly for Shade.
Are you trying to be evasive?
No.
Okay.
Just his question. Actually, my question stems from relaying what happened.
Okay.
So, yeah, we took care of the one dog fire proxy.
Mm-hmm.
It disbonded. Something weird happened. I'll come back to that because that's where my question is about. So we were checking rooms for if Crom was there, and then that's when the fire drakes came in the other door. We had to fend them off. I had to shoot all 3 of them. And then we heard some horrendous noises coming from the stairwell where you guys just went down. So we booked it back there. And how was Chine, the first one on the scene with all those dead bodies? I assume that you and Guitar picked him off from the hallway. But anyway, back to upstairs.
Before you get there. So, as you're relaying this, and you tell me the fire drakes came in, how do you know they were fire drakes?
That's what Jerr said.
Can Jerry hear this conversation at all?
I don't know. How close are you? This part of the conversation, he wouldn't try and be hush-hush.
Yeah, we're
the
not.
part about Qatari, yes, he was trying to be.
This part, we're just
exclusive.
we're kind of covering.
That's why I was about this part, because I might be able to give my 2 cents on what actually happened as well. Not that
if
you're lying, but
if you overhear,
if I overhear. So even.
Even.
Okay, so I do hear.
Okay.
that's what Jerr said.
How does Jerr know they're fire drakes?
I don't know. He just said they were
Because
Oh, Jerr.
Oh.
yeah, sorry, I overheard you talking about fire drakes. Yeah, the guys in our hallway were fire drakes. And I know that because the water elemental that we were fighting, he was at the attack on Gaspar Neri at the hospital. The water proxy.
So how could the water proxy be a fire drake?
Exactly.
Or do we know it was the fire drakes that tried to kill Gaspar?
I don't see why the government would sneak in through a window.
Because the healing hands are still anti-council.
They've never... Well, when I was a part of them, we were never anti-council. We were just anti-death.
Well,
We were all about the healing part of it.
Julian interjects. Is like, if you look at it, well, you didn't see it. Jerr and I saw it. The ones we fought in the floor above weren't soldiers. At least they weren't dressed as soldiers as the ones downstairs were.
Not like the ones that were dead in the stairs.
The group that was assigned, that has been assigned to the Black House, doesn't always wear uniforms. They do more covert work. They would be dressed like me, like you.
Well, that raises a different question then of why would the council be after Gaspar Neri? Not that he's a factor anymore, but that raises different questions.
It does raise some questions.
None that are truly important at this very particular moment, but ones to be mulled over.
So onto your question.
So, the strangest thing happened when we killed the dog that was bonded to the fire elemental.
Oh yeah, this was weird.
It spoke.
To you?
Both of us heard it.
Spoke out loud.
Oh, that is weird.
I've only been able to hear an elemental when I've been connected to one.
Hold on, question real quick.
Yes.
Is that word Huracan, was that a different language? Because I have knowledge of languages.
Well, technically, but I mean,
It would be more of a history question than a language question.
Okay.
right.
Yeah, but I am still old and have,
Would you
Been around for a while.
You are old, Father William.
have pretty good knowledge.
Not that good.
Not that good. 10.
Oh.
11.
Would you like to spend a character point?
Nope.
Okay.
So I don't know what
Correct.
it is. Okay, that's fine.
So wait, the word that was said, I would be interested to know if Shade knows any meaning of this word.
I can let you know what Shade says.
Huracan.
Does that word mean anything to you, Shade?
I don't know. Does it mean anything to me?
Do you want me to take over?
I don't know. Do we want him to take over? Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm... Yeah.
Let
Control
Jordan take over.
seated.
We will not cede the shade.
To the evil GM.
So, does the word Huracan mean anything to you, Shade?
Yes.
What does it mean?
You're going to have to give me something.
What do you mean? What do you want that I can give you?
We're going to need to kill someone.
Someone here?
You want to do it here?
I'd rather not. I kind of like these people.
Jer's a bit of a wash.
Because of his fuddy-duddy elemental.
Yeah.
But I like these people.
Fine, we'll kill somebody else.
Okay.
It's got to be a kid, though.
Any particular one?
That one that you gave the cat to.
Okay, we can find a new home for the cat. There's somebody else I need to talk to along the way, so...
Can we kill them too?
Let's wait and see on that one. Do we have to kill them before you tell me, or after?
No, we'll put it on your account.
Okay.
So we're kind of like humans in that we have like structure and hierarchy.
So like a government.
Yeah.
So you're like royalty.
Me? No.
Oh.
No.
So is Huracan like your king?
I mean, king is kind of what you could call him. God is kind of what you could call him. All-Father is something that you could call him. Primarily, like, fire, but he controls other things as well.
Oh. So, like, divine being.
As divine as we get. I mean, we're all divine.
Shade says he's their god.
What?
But he's real.
But he's real.
So we're talking some uber elemental.
Yeah, that's some elemental that will drive you wherever you need to be. Take you where you need to go.
Insanity, death.
Gosh. But yeah, like he's their fire god.
No, not just fire.
Fire?
Air,
No, sorry.
water,
Shade's correcting me.
earth.
Everything.
Yeah.
Fire, air, water, and earth.
But he's mostly fire.
Shade says primarily fire.
Could be this the one that is leading the so-called fire drakes?
Possible.
No. You won't, that's too lowball.
Shade says he wouldn't even care about the fire drakes. Could he be leading the council?
Oh, that's an idea.
Shade says he's leading the council.
I did not say that.
Shade said he might be leading the council.
But
I like just the interpretation.
And is Jerr still there with us listening to all this?
Yes.
So
He's getting very confused and very worried.
I got the sense that this elemental shouting this is because this Huracan is actually here in Consiglio. Maybe even there in the military base.
the big sun, yeah, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shade says he might have been. You didn't see it. This big ball of fire after I killed the flame. The council member.
So you killed a council member.
It was a pretty powerful elemental that we killed and turned into this big ball of fire and then melted the floor. We killed the proxy and the elemental melted the floor.
You killed the proxy.
Yeah, we're not immortal. As much as I would like to think that I am.
Telling the truth. We did not kill.
We had nearly killed the proxy.
We would have liked to kill the proxy.
The elemental left the proxy and
He
the
just
proxy
moved
died.
on a little early. I mean, that's what's going to happen to all of you.
So the elemental left.
What are you nodding about?
The body got burned up,
Nothing important.
Okay.
and there was this huge flame left.
Hey, you want to know something?
What's that shade?
That one wasn't meant for Jerr.
How do you know that?
He told me.
Just faces melting.
Okay. Thanks for letting me know. I'll remember that when we need to count on him.
Remember that when we need to hurt him. I mean, it's the same thing, but yeah.
Yeah. And you just see me kind of nodding, bouncing my head around.
You sure are talking in your head a lot.
Jealous?
No, not really.
Julian actually chuckles a little bit. And he's like, all right, well, we can continue this later. He reaches into his pocket, pulls out his lighter, holds it out. Somebody, please.
Okay.
Jerr takes it, puts his fingers in the flame, and he's going to roll his willpower.
I love it that this is the second campaign where we've had a character who has to operate their magic by self
Burning themselves.
Yeah.
Willpower 3D.
What's your target number?
9.
Oh.
And I got a 15.
Cool.
So I got it. All right. Fire, elementals, and 100-meter radius. Hopefully only one.
And so we'll go ahead and say that you can tell there are 2 shielded elementals nearby. One is very leaky.
Well, I wouldn't be able to tell.
He's only looking for fire.
Yeah, I'm only
Oh, you're only looking for
reaching
fire.
for fire at this point.
And since Barry is powered by an earth elemental.
Right. I wouldn't detect it. Which I would have seen it,
Uh-huh.
but definitely distracted by the fire elemental.
There's only one fire elemental in the area.
Okay, only one. Okay. Knowing that.
I mean, on this level. Like on the ground level.
Okay. Knowing that, he's going to try and reach out to speak to it.
Okay, yeah, sure. This is all you.
Okay.
You're speaking to your elemental.
Yeah, so...
Which is separate from Archie himself.
Yes.
That's up to you.
That's up to you.
So Archie can realize what is happening.
You can.
If that is how you want to play it, then yes.
Jerr cannot communicate with his elemental at all.
Well,
He says
Has never communicated with my elemental besides just...
most likely the
Being able to
elemental has
use-
chosen not to ever speak to
Yes.
Jerr.
Yeah.
So you can decide that you just like Jerr, you have an elemental that helps you do some very extraordinary things, but that's the extent of it. Or you can be, you occasionally have a conversation with.
Or,
Yeah,
I mean, is
Or,
there...
in your case, because you're an android empowered by the elemental, you could be the personality of the elemental.
Yeah, your personality could be the elemental personality.
Alright. Just do it.
So, and this is all, he's not speaking this out, he's telepathically speaking to the elemental. What is your purpose in joining up with this group?
What group do you speak of? I'm a loner.
The one that you're walking with right now.
The purpose is to figure out what is going on. Where are my parents?
Elementals have parents?
What do you want?
I want to
so
know.
many things.
Who are you? What is your curiosity with this group? I just want to find my parents. Answer me! Who are you?
Doesn't matter who I am.
I didn't ask you who you are.
Who are you?
Someone you should be afraid of.
I don't know how many times I've heard that, and not much in this world can scare me at this point.
I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to answer your questions. Please, help me. Help me find them.
Elementals have parents?
What is your purpose?
My purpose is to figure out what your purpose is as a collective group and stop you.
Do you want to know what my purpose is?
Isn't that the first question I asked?
I already answered your first question.
I didn't teach it.
Jerry's just like, man, there's a lot of people having conversations in their head right now. I'm glad I'm not going crazy like them.
You can tell he's sweating, and he's starting to sweat a little bit more profusely. Just answer the question. What is your purpose here with this group?
I'm just protecting this boy. For some reason, I need to protect him.
Where's this boy come from?
The boy is none of your concern.
Oh my gosh. And Julian says that out loud.
I didn't say anything. I'm just walking.
It's just like, no, not you, Jerry.
There's a lot of people having conversations in their heads.
Stop playing games and just answer the question. If you wish to continue with this body, if you wish to continue with this boy protecting it, you will answer the question.
Archie.
Otherwise, you can leave.
Archie raises his hands to his head. Ah!
Answer the question. Otherwise, this will be your last chance to do anything with that body.
Please, help me. Please. Please.
Answer the question.
Answer my questions.
It's going to use persuasion. Reiterate it again. It's like, I don't think you understand what I'm saying. Either you answer the question, or I will force you to find a new host. The one you are now obtaining will cease to exist. And I don't really care.
Okay.
And he's rolling persuasion. 8D.
It's opposed by willpower?
Archie's?
This
Or
is-
would it be
wait.
the elementals?
This doesn't seem like a persuasion to me. This seems like an intimidation.
Because you threatened.
No, I'm getting the elemental to answer the question. I just want the elemental to be a little bit more forthcoming.
I understand that. It's just the way that the tactic that you're using seems less persuasive and more intimidating.
He's saying your phrasing of your persuasion is very intimidating, not persuasive.
What you're saying
Okay,
is
Yeah.
coercive. That's not persuasive.
What about splitting down the middle? Because of the natural ability and the connection with the elemental, it's that with a penalty.
I was actually going to suggest that a 2-die penalty.
Okay.
Fair enough. And you can go ahead and oppose this with willpower.
Willpower. So your presence.
I mean, you never know. You could get 4 6s and then have to keep rolling dice. That's one of the cool things about the exploding system is that you just never know what roll is actually going to make or break.
Yes.
Or the other option is if you really actually want to answer, but you feel like your character wouldn't.
Right, which is actually where I am at this point. I get what you're saying, but Julian would not take a less aggressive approach right now.
Correct.
He is at the point where he's going to be very aggressive.
I would imagine,
yeah.
I totally understand where Julian is coming from in this particular situation. I'm more concerned about the mechanical.
Yeah.
Did you roll?
So yeah, I got a 15.
4.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
All right.
You're intimidated.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah. Not to apologize for sidetracking so much, but what was the original question? Just to circle
the
back
original
to that.
question was, why are you a part of this group? Or what is your purpose?
My purpose is to praise Heracon. Serve Heracon! I told you what my purpose is!
Oh my gosh.
I like it.
Oh my gosh.
Archie becomes aware and says, Purpose? Purpose?
Are you talking in your head too? I say over my shoulder.
Purpose? Purpose?
Julian's going to disconnect. He comes back. He walks a little bit faster, being sure he's in front of the group. He takes out his pistol and cocks it and just keeps walking.
We all hear it because we're in underground in these stone tunnels.
Yeah. There's no hiding that. He doesn't say anything. He just keeps walking.
What you doing there, buddy?
We need to get to our destination. It'll be light out soon.
About that, where are we going?
We're going to a hideout place that I've been occupying from time to time.
Hey Bear, look what I found in my pocket.
Katari might know it. What is it?
Beef jerky!
Beef jerky.
Yeah!
Alright.
Thank you!
So it's not somewhere that I can, is it, if I had to go make a pit stop somewhere, could I do that on the way?
We're heading to Katari's.
Yeah. Katari's old hideout. Oh, I gotta go somewhere up in the northeast quadrant. Somewhere, my old stomping grounds.
Northeast Quadrant. Hey, you're in luck. That's where we're headed. Isn't that right, Katari?
Oh, Jerr says.
Sure, lead the way. Let's go ahead and take a break. More player versus player conversation coming up after this.
Hey there, my name's Anthony, and I run an actual play podcast called Deep Fried Dice, where we play role-playing games. On Deep Fried Dice, we like to explore our imaginations and tell strange stories in alternate worlds, funny fantasies, and sort of epic fiction. Twice a week, we play games using genres and systems on the less traveled side of role-playing in the hopes of showing off the flexibility this hobby can provide. If you like tabletop games, bad jokes, and hearing stories, then come listen to us at www.deepfrieddice.com.
And we're back. It takes a while to get to the old stomping grounds that you're trying to get to.
I don't know about you all, but when we get there, these old bones need a rest.
Sam wants to go do a thing.
No, actually, this was my idea to head somewhere where we could all hash this out, so Sam's going to stick around.
Okay.
So, come out of the service tunnels as close to the abandoned building as possible. Pops out, and it's like, this looks familiar, doesn't it, Atari?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
This is my place. What's going on?
Jerry gives you a very quizzical look. No,
This is where he tracked down Katari the first time.
Okay. So Katari goes up.
So he's actually going to go not up to the second floor where Katari was, but the third floor on the opposite side of the building. Goes to the back corner. You see a bunch of old fires that have been built and put out. It smells really smoky.
Is this where you went, like when your character was wandering off? Yeah.
It's like, all right, here's out of the way. No one knows of this place. Pull up a box. Let's have a seat. Figure out why we're all here. And he looks directly at Archie.
Archie looks behind him. Looks back at whoever this is.
So actually, have you got any of the names of the characters yet?
Sam.
Sam.
So, yeah, I'm going to make introductions. Sam is like the social butterfly. Sam's hung out with everybody at this point. Katari, you know, we were in the, we served together over in Marlene. We got Jerr, he's a firefighter. We got Julian, he is a crazy investigator. We got Chine, he's really kind of helped me through some of my transition period. An officer with the Army. We got Archie, and Archie is really strong. And the kid, he's my favorite.
The kid's name is Bear.
Yeah, he's my favorite.
And so far, I've got beef jerky from Archie, but food?
Julian, where's the food?
There's no food here, kid.
How is there no food here? This is the hideout that you said you were bringing us to. You have a hideout without food?
Yeah.
What kind of monster are you?
I love how you turned this around.
Someone needs to. Someone's got to put Julian in his place.
I just want to see Julian fight Bear.
It's like, Sam, shut your mouth. You're not helping. We're not here to discuss whether there's food in this abandoned building or
You're
not.
leaving the kid without food.
You were the one that promised the kid food. Get them some food.
You said you were taking us to a hideout. I assumed you meant a hideout, not an abandoned building.
Where you go to hide out.
I don't know what kind of hiding out that you do, but this is not how I hide out.
I mean, like when we did this kind of thing in the Army, we brought rations to where we were going to be camping.
Right. You know, like a place to hide out and hunker down where you don't leave for a while and you got to feed yourself.
And you can shoot people from a distance.
Well, I'm sorry, kid, but some people didn't think and promised you food that's not here. Right? If we can sort out who's actually supposed to be here and who we need to get rid of, and he looks at Archie, then we may be able to go to a place that is safe for the rest of us and we can get some food.
You only looked at Archie, you didn't look at anybody else?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what we're here for. We're here to sort this whole thing out anyway.
Number one, we have a fire proxy in our midst. A very unstable fire proxy.
I'm sorry, is there something you would like to say?
Is there something you would like to say, Archie? Fire proxy? We got into this whole mess because of fire proxies.
He's not wrong.
Was I talking to you?
We were talking to you. Roll your eyes at me.
So far, and Julian still has his pistol out. He still has it in his hand. So far, and he goes through, obviously doesn't have his finger on the trigger, but he's casually pointing at different people. So far, each and every one of us around this circle has been here, whether we truly trust them or not, shrugs at Katari, goes back and says, we've at least been together from the beginning of this thing. You show up in a place where we're fighting the council, apparently, and the fire drakes all at the same
You
time.
might want to be careful with that pistol boy.
You can hear yourself. Be quiet.
Listen, Julian, I didn't mean to be here. This kid showed up in my life, and everything today has just happened. This wasn't part of the plan.
So what does this kid have to do with anything?
That is a good question.
That is kind of a good question.
I mean, we have no idea where this kid comes from. He doesn't know where he lives, where his parents are.
How did you get down there? Asking Bear.
I wanted some food, and Archie said he would pay us in food. So we helped carry some boxes, and they had to run from some guys with guns, and got dragged into this place, and had this weird creepy guy with a mirror, and then he starts to
calm down.
It's okay, kid.
And then he reaches over and he grabs his bear and he hugs it tight, and he just sits down and is like, I want my food. I want my food.
Okay, fine. I'm going to go out. I'm going to see if I can find you something.
No.
Who is that? Is that Katari?
I will go and find some food.
Julian's like, you're not going anywhere because you're next.
Come on, kid. Let's go
You
find you
shouldn't
some
go
food.
anywhere. either.
You're not going anywhere either.
I will go out and get food.
Julian just shrugs.
I trust Jerr.
Why don't you want me to go? I don't have one of those monsters inside me.
I believe you're still being watched.
Yeah.
Well, there is that as well.
Yeah, there is that.
So that means you're a liability out in the open. I'm not. And
Not
Jerr
everyone-
leaves.
And not everyone needs an elemental to be a monster.
Some of us not feeding little kids become monsters of their own.
If I had food here, the kid would have food. I'm not the one who promised them food.
You think he'll ever let his daughter go hungry?
It's no wonder your daughter
And-
left you.
Was that Katari that said that? No, okay.
That was shade. That was shade.
That was shade? Oh, okay. All right.
Do you really think? And that's why Sam spoke that.
All right, so back up. And wrap my mind around that. 'Cause bullets were about to fly. So, Shade said...
Do you think he ever let his daughter go
Okay,
hungry?
so Julian did not hear that.
Correct.
Because Shade is an evil son, really.
We were about to have one less NPC. No lie.
I kind of figured it was going that way. Anyway.
Well, it was going to happen sooner than later. Yeah. So, and then, Sam, you said...
No wonder your daughter left you.
Let's get your facts straight. She didn't leave. She was taken by this monster's family and then killed by this monster right here.
Excuse me. I was not trying to kill her. I was actually trying to save her.
Do you really think Chine could purposely kill anything? I mean, seriously. Have you seen him?
And I'm not going to even try to defend Choler because he is a monster.
But your only way to save a 5-year-old ended up with that 5-year-old being dead.
Are you listening to yourself? You think the elementals are so dangerous, and you think that he was going to somehow, Chine, again, was going to somehow overpower an elemental, even if it was inhabiting.
We saw him do it in the basement of the print shop. We saw him do it in the basement of the print shop. So if he wanted to do it that way, he could have.
Maybe it doesn't always work for him. Does everything always work out the way that you want it to?
It's like, no, but however, that level of incompetence is inexcusable.
That's a valid point. Incompetence is inexcusable. So back to Archie.
I get up and I walk out of the apartment.
Look at this level of thinking. We just reminded him that he's a wanted man and he's going to leave, and it's about to be light outside. Not very smart, not very bright at all.
You just insulted the man, says Katari.
And I'm just getting started.
Whoa.
Hold your tongue.
Hey, no.
Before you say something else that's not true.
That was true. You insulted him.
Something else.
Oh.
Like she's been doing since we met her.
Oh. You're referring to her other lies.
Yes.
Okay.
Look, Chime seems like a really emotionally fragile person, okay? Not even just your beef with me. I'm sure you're going to have plenty of things to say to me about whatever you think I did wrong. But Chime was in a horrible situation, and you're putting blame on him because I think you're feeling guilt about this situation.
Guilt?
Yeah. I think you're feeling guilt that you couldn't find your daughter. You just said that, all this talk about incompetence, but she was gone for 6 months and you couldn't track her down.
Let's talk about that.
No.
Let's talk about
We're
that.
still talking about Chime here. Because obviously you made this guy feel like he's such a piece of dirt that he feels like he's got no will to live, so he can walk out in the middle of the street as a wanted man in probably one of the most surveilled states on this planet. How does that make you feel?
I didn't force him to walk in.
No, you didn't force him to walk out, yet you basically said he was a shithead to his face. How do you expect him to respond to that? And the man is obviously not able to function in a frontline capacity, so they stuck him jockeying a desk, and the day before you meet him, his entire office explodes because of a fire drake, and the man has an incredible phobia of fire drakes because he was raised by a fire drake next to a monster of a human being,
Thank you for proving my point. He has no business in what we're doing right now.
He has more institutional knowledge. He has more connective knowledge than anybody else in this group except for Jerr.
Then you find a desk, put him behind the desk. I don't want to see him out with me.
Chime, do you catch up with Jerr?
No. Chime just leaves the apartment. He doesn't leave the building.
Oh. Just walks out in the hall, so he's listening to everything. that
Pretty
they're
much.
saying.
Okay.
I get what you're saying, Julian. If I had my first pick, he wouldn't be my first pick. You wouldn't be my first pick. Katari wouldn't be my first pick. But we make use of the team we're given rather than the team we hope for. You work with the team that you have. He hasn't gotten shot. He hasn't gotten killed. So that's pretty good considering what we've been up against the past couple days.
I mean, I think the key word in that statement is work.
And Chime has been with us every step of the way.
As a tag-along, but hasn't done much of anything. But whatever, let's get off Chime. Work with means you need to cooperate with, which means you can't tell one thing, turn around 5 minutes, tell somebody something else, turn around 5 minutes later, tell somebody something else, and leave everybody wondering what is actually going on.
That is a valid question. What is going on?
Person that says, I have no idea what these boxes are. I have a box, but I don't know what it is. Oh, I have a box, but this is what it is. Oh, no, the box is not this thing, it's this thing. I don't know where it is. Oh, wait, I hid it here, but no one else knows where it is. Oh, wait, and somehow the fire elemental that didn't know where it was because it was coming to the chop shop to get it, we contained it, and then when it escaped, it knew where it was. And the only person that knew where it was is the person that's telling us lies every step of the way. Katari. Either you or the elemental you're bonded with decided to share the information about where that box was with that fire elemental. You were the only one that knew where it was.
Was it you?
No.
In my head, I'm going to ask Shade.
Uh-oh. Oh!
Or Shade, can you talk with Katari's elemental and see what information they can give us? I'll give you 2 children.
2?
They'll be really fun ones.
Okay. Sounds fun. I don't know, it depends. Depends on what fun Katari's elemental is planning on having. That's more fun, that's more fun.
You're probably right. Let me know.
Maybe. So Shade is going to try and talk to Katari's elemental.
Oh, this is getting complicated.
Yeah, it is
getting
complicated.
So meta.
Wait, but all this happened and nothing was said outright.
Archi?
So Julian would actually pipe up at that point. It's like, yeah, so there's that about you lying, but you want to talk about me not being able to find my daughter for 6 months. Guess what? Who's the organization that actually hired me to investigate these mysterious fires and they knew my daughter was wrapped up into? The Healing Hands. Oh no. Talk about incompetence. Okay? You knew and you decided not to say anything to somebody that was this close to finding out. And you want me to trust what you say? Where if you could have said something, maybe Chime wasn't wrapped up into all this. If you want to say he's the victim in this, he's who's victim? Your lies. Switching.
Yeah.
Shade. Anderson's like,
Look, nice. Which hat am I wearing?
I don't
So
know.
is this like like overlay chatter for what this conversation that's about to happen?
Yes.
Okay.
So we don't know a name for Katari's elemental. So a dirt face.
Daisy.
Daisy? Dirtface. I like Dirtface better. Sounds a little more fun. Dirtface, what play do you got going here?
What do you mean?
Well, obviously, either you or both you and the meatbag decided to share the information with the fire drakes. Why? I want to know. I want in. If it's fun, but we can work on this together. I mean, it's got to be something good if you're willing to expose your host for lying so many times. I mean, if you're going to do that, maybe next time talk to me. I can give you some pointers on how to keep those things under wraps. No one will find out.
I don't think you want to talk to me.
I mean, this Julian guy, I don't like him, but he seems to figure out stuff we don't want anybody to figure out.
I don't think you want to talk to me.
Why not?
I think you want to talk to Root. Hello.
Did that just happen in the physical world? Or was...
Yes.
So Katari just fell over and...
Who is this?
I'm Root.
Rude.
Uh-huh.
What happened to Dirtface?
No.
Nap. Alright. Root.
Nah.
You must be the weaker of the two.
Daisy.
Alright, so what play you got going?
So, Katari doesn't know she's a twin.
Oh. This is going to be so much fun.
Because Katari can only tell what she knows, but she doesn't know everything. Quiet knows more.
So there's another one?
I mean, there's me, there's Daisy, there's Katari, and there's Quiet. We get crowded.
I can imagine so. I mean, it's crowded with just me and Sam sometimes.
Meatbag.
Yeah, the meatbag. But my meatbag.
Why haven't you moved on? Too long, you know. They're past due.
Too long for them. Not for us.
You're starting to look a little pale. I can see through you.
I'm air.
You know that's not what I mean.
Well, this was a fun conversation. But it got boring really quick.
No, not boring. So, what do you want to know?
So, you're saying it was Quiet that told the fire elemental.
Well, you told someone. Maybe I'm telling you the truth, maybe I'm not. Who knows?
That's my job. You're supposed to be firmly rooted, Root.
No, because roots follow tendrils and they go deep and they go twisting and they go different places that you don't see.
And they get diseased. They rot. They burn.
How would air burn? You're cute. Not cute enough. But you know what is fun? Going twisty, going deep, getting dark. And if you really want to see, look inside the old one. He's held on way too long.
Oh, yes. Anybody with even human eyes can see that.
But what you want to know is who told. Not Katari. Katari doesn't know. She thinks she's honest.
She's definitely not all there. So.
Do you think I would like that?
All right. I'm gonna talk to Sam now. You can go ahead and you do you, and just stay out of my sandbox.
Do you know what roots also do? They push up concrete.
Shade goes back to Sam. It's like, we need to be careful with those ones.
Those ones?
Yeah, those ones.
Huh. How many?
That's yet to be determined. Though it could be fun, it could be kind of tricky. We like tricky. I think we're up for this challenge. Fun.
Hold on. Did Sam just hear that from Root?
From Root. Have we discussed, can elementals always communicate with anybody?
No,
No.
We have not discussed it, or they can't?
they can't.
Is Root.
Root's jumping
crazy.
bodies.
Root's crazy.
Am I hearing voices?
Do you know what's fun? Pushing up concrete.
Not pushing up Daisy?
Shade, who is this that's talking to me?
I'm talking to you. Wait, why can't I hear? Julian's not saying anything. What's going on?
Someone told me that pushing up concrete is fun.
You got to be kidding me. I just told him to stay out of our sandbox.
Is that's the one you were just talking to?
We don't need a kid anymore.
Deal. You want help with this? I know someone who's going to be very interested in this.
Yes.
Hey, Julian.
What is going on?
Katari's bonded with more than one elemental.
Is that what we just saw?
Yes.
I'm so glad Jerry's not there right now.
I asked Shade, what kind is it?
I mean, first it was talking like it was another Earth, and then alluded to there's more than even two, and sounded like it was air.
Julian, there might be an air elemental in there too.
Julian kind of shakes his gun up in the air and says, well, I got a quick way to end this right here.
You want me to push Shade out?
Who said that to who?
Root said that to Sam.
Deal. Let's end it.
Julian, right after deal, is like, someone needs to take this kid to get some food.
Archie, can you take Bear outside for a moment?
Come on, Bear.
Where are we going now?
We're going out into the hallway. Let's go.
There's no food in the hallway.
There's no sense in this room.
Julian's like, yeah, Bear, go ahead. He's right. Closer to more sense once he leaves, but...
Archie rolls his eyes, clenches his fists, and says, "Let's go, Bear."
I like how you're just like not opposed to this murder that's about to happen.
We're literally talking about murdering Katari in the middle of this room.
I don't know any of you people.
That's true.
Katari's not my friend. I've never met this person in my life except for now.
What?
So they walk out, and Julian looks at Sam.
What's Katari doing during this?
I don't know.
Yeah, what's Katari doing while they're having this conversation?
I mean, because it's not like...
Did she lose consciousness and is... Because I couldn't tell if...
When you went limp.
When you went limp, that was her going limp, and then just a new consciousness took over, or she actually passed out, and she came back as well, or she's just kind of passed out.
She's passed out at the moment.
Oh, well, that's great. Do you want this, or do you want me to take it? It's okay if you want me to take it, yeah. You seem the one that really wanted this, but if you can't do it...
I want answers. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get answers. We only have, what you're saying is correct, multiple liabilities. Hold on. He points at Katari with his open hand. On the count of 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Rolling willpower.
He's trying to see if there's an air elemental in Katari.
Oh, I did not get it.
Oh, that's the first time.
I did not get, and from the mechanic, I can't tell that I just failed. So
Except for you would, because you know Shade's.
You're looking for air.
oh, that's
I'm
true.
standing there with Shade.
That is true.
Yeah, that's the only reason you can tell.
You would be able to tell that.
It's like for some reason that didn't work. Because I'm not even sensing shade.
That's weird. Are you incompetent that it doesn't always work?
Oh,
The face of incompetence.
I'll take that as a no. Do you want to try again, or should we just do this?
I want to be sure.
Okay.
Because right now I'm just taking Shade's word. And air elementals are known for deception.
Yeah, and that's Shade said it started off sounding like an earth elemental, and then it switched and sounded like an air elemental.
So would I be able to try again?
Sure. I'll let you try again.
Like I said, only
One,
because he knows Shade
2, 3. I got it. Barely.
Because it's 9, right?
Yeah.
Target.
I got a 10. Alright, air elementals in 100-meter radius.
Just one.
Got a problem.
Not air?
Not air.
Want to try for earth? I said Shade wasn't sure.
Sure, we can try for earth. Pulls out a jar of dirt, smashes it on the
Ball
ground.
dropped it.
You just carry that with you?
Yes, he does.
I know.
It's like, stand in that. I got it.
Okay.
Just one.
Just one. Math is not adding up. There's just one.
Maybe it's crazy.
Maybe the elemental is crazy.
Would it be the first crazy elemental you've spoken with?
It's a difficult question.
Julian's gonna reach out and talk to it. I've seen you around. This is the first time we're actually speaking.
I'm Daisy.
Daisy,
Nice to meet you.
what is going on with you and Gitari? Who is the dishonest one in this relationship? Is it one of you or is it both of you?
Neither.
Well, either she's in it with you or you spoke to that fire elemental on your own to disclose where the box was at the Aqua Rail Station. Look, we've got Sam here and Shade, apparently, that want to just kill Gitari right now.
Sound of the bus running over Sam.
Sound of an aqua rail running over a child.
Too soon. So your best play here is to come clean and tell the truth, so we can sort this out and not have to let them kill you or Katari. Is that more of a persuasion?
Yes.
That's more persuasive. Yes.
Yep, I saw what you did there. I'm here to help.
Death is still threatened, but I'm not the one doing it.
I'm a good cop. Let me work with you.
Alright. 29.
5. Don't let her hurt us.
What?
Don't let her hurt us.
What are you talking about? Who is her and who is us?
Okay, so the one that came before,
Oh my gosh.
the air elemental. Don't let her and her human, also her, hurt us.
I know, but Julian is confused.
Julian's like, what?
You're not making any sense. Who are you?
Daisy? Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer true. I'm half
Please tell me this is Daisy singing.
crazy, all for the love of you.
Was Daisy actually singing this?
Oh God, I hope so.
It won't be a stylish marriage. I can't afford
Why are you
a
singing?
wedding carriage.
I need help.
Help with what?
I'm sick.
Who is sick?
Me. Atari, we.
You and Katari are sick.
Yes.
How?
The root virus.
Root virus? What's the root virus? What is Julian experiencing right now? Holy crap. Oh my gosh, what is Julian experiencing? Because Jordan did his thing where it looked like Ragdoll died, but Katari is already unconscious.
Right.
So what just happened, and what does Julian experience being connected to and actively communicating with that elemental? when you did the ragdoll thing? Good question. I guess we'll have to find out next time. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening to Bone Throwers Theater. Our cast is Aaron, Ellie, Jeff, Jeremy, Johnny, and Jordan. We are releasing this podcast under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 3.0 Unported license. That means you can share the podcast, but please do not modify it or try to gain financially from it. If you would like to visit our website, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater.com. If you would like to send us an email, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater@gmail.com. Our Twitter handle is bonethrowerstheater. You can also look us up on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And until next time, may the bones fall ever in your favor. This has been a Nerd Circle podcast production.